I feel everybody, we are, yes, is right. Everything is right. It's not okay because we have to work very hard,
Yes.
and we we have to start moving. But I'm very optimistic. I never been an optimistic person. I lost my hope in humanity many times in the past, many times.
Well, I've been
And and now I gain a thing I didn't have it before, you know?
so I like I asked you before. Um, hey guys, this is Hank. It is January the 16th, 0005, and I'm sitting here with Patruska from the UK, and this is Hank, of course, and we just had an amazing session, and I was asking her, what did she think about the session that she just had, and she was saying that she doesn't normally have expectations, but I'll just let you tell it. Um,
Yeah, I didn't have any expectations, and I, I'm amazed. I'm amazed how good I feel, how wonderful, how the story flowing, how the feelings I have, the vibrate, amazing. So now I feel super good. All the hesitations, because now I'm in a very important step of my life, and this is the first life I have. My life is mine for me to develop, and of course I have a lot of no fears, hesitations. They completely vanish, and now I really clarify all my, you know, and nervous future anxieties, you know,
it was
very
so
positive.
It was so good. I know in my mind in my head I'm like, oh my God, I have to do another session with her where we just explore because you were so incredibly open and everything like that. Um, so don't be surprised if I'm like, Petruska, would you like to come out and play?
Yeah. You always welcome. You always welcome. Of course, of course. Hank, super welcome.
Whenever
Really.
I
I think
explore,
also, I think also, how I feel with you is like I gain a friend. It's like a
yes.
friendship. So I feel very comfortable with you.
Oh,
Well, like,
good.
bueno, now we know. I know you.
I
I don't
know.
know exactly where.
You said that there was a part that I didn't. I left this part out at the very end. I asked about our connection with the water and everything. No, with the fairies, and you said that we were both fairy folk at one point, and that that's where our connection were. And then our connection was with the water, being sons and daughters of the sea. And you said, "Yeah, I'm a mermaid just like you." And I was like, "Oh God, how does she know about?" Well, of course, it's sort of so stupid for me to say, how does she know about the mermaids or whatever? But knowing what the experience that you just had, because that was your higher self that actually said that, and I was just like, and it always makes me smile to hear that because it's like such another
Yeah,
affirmation, So it was
yeah.
good, good
Además,
stuff.
I felt it. All the I was feeling like warm in my heart, in my chest, a warm
Okay.
feeling all the time, like intensity of a wave was growing, like it was right. I was safe. Everything was in perfect order in that moment. That
You,
warmest feeling, amazing,
your
amazing.
energy got so high. Well, when you became really emotional, when you were speaking to your mom and your brother and your husbands, it went blank. Your camera went off, and it was off all the way until the very very end. But I'm not sure what turned off the camera or the camera aspect of it or whatever. But because I don't know, but you got when you were crying, you were really crying. Uh,
Yes, from
yes,
roof, yeah,
and
like a
so
fountain.
I think the universe was like, y'all don't need to see her ugly cry.
Yeah, like a private moment. No, leave the private moment.
Well, in the United States, we call it the ugly cry. I don't know if it was an ugly cry or not. When people go, and they look their faces
Yes, yes,
contorted.
yes. Yes,
If
yes,
it was
yes.
if it would have been, it would have been from the side view. But I don't know. But I just know that.
I'm not have that perception of me, o sea, because I accept myself how I am. I
Yes.
don't have that kind of confrontation about, oh, this is my right side. This is no, mm, no. Don't have that. Don't have
I
that.
totally
But don't have.
understand. That was very emotional though, and even with a blank screen, I was feeling it. You know what I mean? And I always have to. I've been training myself to not get emotionally caught up and start crying myself because then I can't. So
Yeah,
who's gonna do
yeah.
next? So I can't. So I
But
can ask the question. You know.
you know what I think it is, Hank, because our heart is electromagnetic, is all the pulsation.
Yes.
What I realize, happiness and when you are in pain have similar frequency. They are a peak. They are a peak. They are exuberant of feeling. Okay,
Yes.
because for us the peak of happiness is up, and peak of suffering, which is imposing pain, is down.
Yes.
In reality, we create the same action in our bodies. Ah, just when you're
Yes.
really happy, that when you feel your heart squeezed is the same when in pain, but it's happiness. It's amazing, and it's that.
I notice that the happier that I am, the easier it is for me to manifest what I desire.
Oh,
And that is that's some gold right there. Do you know what I mean? When you're living in your joy and happiness and just being happy, choosing to be happy, that the things that you desire, it's like, well, he's happy. We like happy. Let's give him more. Let's give him more because you know what I mean? It creates
oh,
such a
yes,
wonderful
yes.
thing. And we're in a high vibration and the happiness is a high vibration. So it feeds itself, you know what I mean? And so I've been really keeping that to the forefront of my mind daily, and as I do so, because it's so weird, you can always see somehow, you get over and you get over and you don't know how you got over, but somehow you got over and you made it
Yes.
and you survived or whatever. And so the faith should be there that you're going to be taken care of, and then, but when you really realize when was it that you were able to easily manifest things, and then it's always when you're in a happier state or when you were choosing to be happier, whatever the case may be. And so that's been powerful with me lately. So that's a good thing.
Yes. In the moment when I was with my family surrounding, we were hugging and having that. In that moment, when you are in that state, it's like telepathy. You talk all is in once. In 1 second, you can talk with. In that moment, it pays Slovenia, everything when I've been questioning, the question I asked you,
Yes.
everything was say, yeah, 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 yeah. All the answers
I
came,
know it was
come on,
funny
yeah, yeah,
because you
yeah,
kept
yeah.
saying yes, yes, yes.
You know why? You know why? Because every time you were asking me, it's like we read already what, and they knew already the answer. Was like for them they wanted, come on, fast, fast, fast. We're going to do what we have to do, fast, fast, and they were reading you before you finish. That is why they say yes, yes, and always like they say, we are going to say the three yes, for to recall the spirit, the three yes, yes, yes. Next, yes, yes,
And
like they were in a hurry.
you're correct. You're absolutely correct. I still like to go ahead and ask the question. So it's really interesting, and I have to really be sort of careful, but it doesn't really matter because it's really for you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
If we get together and we say we're going to do this session, and you say these are the questions that you desire to be asked, even though they're saying she knows everything already, we don't even have that you don't have to go by those questions. I say yes, that's absolutely fine, and that's nice, and I'm really happy that she does know everything. But I've already had people who have been in scenarios like this and then wake up and say they don't remember anything. What happened?
Okay.
And so I'm like,
Okay.
I'm not going to get caught with my pants down. I'm going to still answer the question, ask the question, and even get you to elaborate, and if you will. So if she does wake up saying she doesn't remember anything, I can say, here's the recording, and you can hear everything. And that's when people are going, oh bananas, did I say that? I've had that so many times,
Yeah,
and
but
which is
I
funny.
also I think they call it ego. Is that ego who accompanied us? You know,
Uh-huh.
because I think people that is when you rationalize to because you become a little bit scared. You know,
Yes,
because
yes,
you
yes.
don't know. Is when you don't know. It's just that. You know.
That's true.
But I'm completely conscious that everything they happen. I remember everything. I'm still there. I still feeling the touching, the colors, the what that white tunic. I never saw yeah, I never saw myself so beautiful. I have these long legs. I have very short legs. I'm very shorty, you know. Long legs, long neck. Have very short neck. I was feeling like a gazelle, you know,
A
and all
supermodel,
the
huh?
yes, the supermodel wanted to look like me in that moment.
Yes.
Hank.
It's like, oh,
Because I was
wonderful.
moving, I was oh
At
oh.
one point, I really wanted to get to the bottom of when you had the elongated skull and the three fingers, but they were like, oh, those are just expressions of herself, that's all, or whatever. And they downplayed it or whatever.
Yeah,
But I thought
because
that was still could have been very fascinating. But it worked out perfectly because, like I said, they absolutely know the timing of how I work, and because that was an hour and a half. Boom, boom. That was an hour and a half. You know what I mean? And that's what Dolores says
yeah.
when it's the first time, do an hour and a half or what have you. And so I like to stick with that, even though I wasn't doing quantum healing hypnosis. I did my guided visualization to get you where you were today. So, but I mean, it's all good.
Because all the story started like a ball. You know, everything was like a ball, and I
Yes,
was rolling like the membrane. Everything was like this direction, everything,
yes.
and going in. You know, was
And it's clockwise as if you're looking at it, you know what I mean, and
oh
that's
yes,
really
oh yes.
important, very important. And I
Eh,
just
I mhm. I
just to
learned
clear,
that. I learned that.
I'm
I
I
learned that. No, you. Sorry, sorry,
we're
sorry.
so polite. You go. You
No.
learned that
Mm-mm,
where?
mm-mm, mm-mm.
Okay. No, I was just gonna say, because I just said that I did my own technique, but I really love the things that I learned from Dolores Cannon because I stick to those particular things within the session. Like when she says for the first time, don't keep them under any longer than 90 minutes. So, we did.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you know what I mean? And that's why. So I stuck with that in terms of, yeah, I got a lot from her. Even though I use my own techniques or whatever to induce the person or what have you, but I still, I remember everything of all the stuff that I do, and I try and incorporate all of it, anything that's it's good and in the best interest of everyone. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Of course, it's a evolution. No, everything
Yes.
worked perfectly in the timing. Everything was fluid. When the intensity was more intense, everything went again round to the other round. And everything was perfect. Timing, perfect, flowing. Was like we were in water and we were flowing very good until then, whoop, flash it. We are here.
Yes. Thank you very much for
Beautiful.
listening. I do appreciate it. Love and light. Namaste.